The Ice Beer Project presents Keystone Ice. Keystone Ice was introduced 20 years ago in 1994. It's 5.9% alcohol. Well, it says down here ale. I bought this can in Texas, so that seems to be why it's saying ale. They can't sell beer in Texas above 5%, but they can sell ales or lagers. Sometimes a can will say ale and lager on the same can. 2012 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. It is also, and has always been, kosher, certified kosher for those who need to know that. Always smooth, wide mouth. The mountains are blue, so it's cold for me and you. Now, it says August 25th, 2014. All right, so we're in the freshness parameters. This is, I have not seen this in Louisiana in quite some time. Ooh, a lot of water vapor. I'm not gonna try to listen to the water vapor like I did in a video a couple of days ago. I don't know what that was about. Introduced in '94 during the mid-'90s ice beer craze to compete with Ice House, the original one from '93, the original American ice beer, and Milwaukee's Best Ice, and at the time Schlitz Ice, Pabst Ice, many that have gone by the wayside. Thick white head, clear, golden appearance, lots of bubble streams. This one's a little more golden than your regular Keystone, and it's got a fluffier, fuller head also. Now the Keystone Light might have a full head. I was talking to a guy from Crescent Crown Distributing. He said they don't have it around here anymore because it just was not selling for whatever reason. So they dropped it. But I was looking on the Keystone Light website, which is actually just Keystone website. I mean, they focus on the light because that's their major beer. But they also talk about the ice and the regular Keystone, the original one, premium. They have this thing, Find Keystone, and you can type in your zip code and it'll tell you where to buy it. I typed in my zip code, nothing, you know, but I typed in a New Orleans zip code, which is 25 miles east of here, and it came up Elio's Wine House. And I said, Elio's? I didn't see any Keystone Ice in there. But I might call them and just ask them, do you have Keystone Ice? All right. Not that I need more of it, but just for curiosity's sake. I always found that Keystone Ice was smooth. That's their thing, smooth, right? It says on the website it's lightly hot, okay? 5.9% alcohol, like I said before, the calories I think is 145, they were saying. Not too heavy. It's a sweet grain aroma. Alright. Which is going to be your barley malt, probably 6 row, I don't know that, and then corn. I always did like Keystone Ice more than most of the other ice beers because I found it was smoother and it wasn't as harsh. Now the Milwaukee's Best Ice, same thing, 5.9. I always found that's kind of harsh. Like, I mean, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to, but I always found it had a harsh mouthfeel and presentation. But this one has always been smooth. No bitter beer face. Now I had it in the freezer for over 30 minutes. You want to get these iced down. It's a sweet. It says that on the website. Now the website ain't lying. It says pale, I think they said straw or gold appearance, and they said slightly sweet, and that's what it is, slightly sweet. So they're not lying on the website, Molson-Coors website or the Keystone website. I have seen it in 40-ounce bottles, 32-ounce bottles. I never bought one. If I see it again, I'll certainly do that. 12-ounce bottles, I'm not sure. If you get on that website, the Keystone Light website, it'll show, when you locate it, it'll ask it, what do you want it in? And you could look bottles, cans, or any configuration. Maybe it even says draft. I didn't check that out, but it'll let you know. It'll let you know what they have it in. Around here, it's going to be cans. Keystone has only ever been in cans around here. I've seen bottles in Texas. Oh, I'm sorry, the Keystone Light. You can get 12-ounce bottles here also, or you could. The Keystone Light I saw in 12-ounce bottles in Texas. I've never seen the regular Keystone in bottles of any form. I barely see it at all. It certainly hasn't been in Louisiana since the late 90s. The regular Keystone, the Keystone Premium. Interestingly, in Canada, there's a Keystone Lager. Different beer. Red can, different ABV. Here it's 4.3 for the regular. I think it's 4.2, I believe, for the light. Maybe lighter. And didn't get the ice. When they first came out with the ice, I bought, this is an early one. This is the original can with those stripes, the old famous Keystone stripes, and then you had your red Keystone logo, which was a, yeah, saying Coors. That's the old Coors logo. They came out with their second can version, minus the stripes. I still had your Coors logo. This was around for a good while, and then suddenly they came out with the third iteration, the one with the blue tint, and then the Coors logo has been, they dropped the red off of it, so you don't have any more red. It just says Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. I bought this around the in Texas, close to the Mexican border. But I have seen it. They did have 6 packs of pint cans, but in the places I saw it was very expensive. I was like, no way I'm paying that much for that. And then this can was along U.S. Highway 83, close to Laredo. Yeah, that's where it was. And then I've seen it, always seen it in Beaumont. And when I go through Beaumont, sometimes I'll stop and get it. Also, the Old English 800 high gravity in 40-ounce bottles. No OE 800 in Louisiana. Anyway. What do they say on Beer Advocate? It's awful. The bros say it's awful. Rate Beer gives it a 0 out of 100 and a 2 out of 100 for the style. So they say within the style, it's a 2. Well, I mean, for real, it's not awful at all. You might argue that it's ordinary or not super tasty, something like that. Okay, I'll go along with that, although I do think it's kind of enjoyable and has a good taste. But to say it's a 0 out of 100 to me is beyond the pale of a reasonable assessment. So if they sold it around here like they used to, I would buy it in the rotation. Okay, people ask me, what's your favorite thing to buy? There is none. It's just the rotation. It's always been that way since I started the beer drinking project in February '96, and I don't see it changing. So, although Schaefer used to be a big part of that rotation until that was taken out of our state, and I never got over it. Yeah, so Schaefer was always a big part of it. But anyway, thank you for watching this video production.